If you're looking for the most accurate or original Bible, the truth is, there really is no original Bible, and there never was. You have to consider the Bible as a library of texts, copied, translated, edited, rewritten, across cultures, across centuries, across several languages even. So if you're asking what the oldest, most accurate Bible is, you're kind of asking the wrong questions. What matters are the oldest manuscripts. See, the problem with the King James Version is twofold. First, it wasn't translated from the oldest manuscripts that we now have access to, so it reflects a later stage of the text. And secondly, King James instructed the translators to avoid anything that challenged monarchy or church hierarchy. It's still a beautiful translation, but it was shaped by the limits of 17th century scholarship and the politics of a king who wanted scripture to reinforce obedience and order. Also, the King James Version couldn't use the Dead Sea Scrolls. They weren't discovered until 1947, 300 years later. And the Greek manuscripts available in 1611 were limited, edited, and nowhere near as old as what scholars use today. The Dead Sea Scrolls are 1,000 years older than the manuscripts used for the King James Version. So if you want to get as close as possible to the earliest versions of the texts, here's where to look. Number 1, the Dead Sea Scrolls. These are the oldest Hebrew manuscripts that we've ever found, some dating back to 200 years before the time of Jesus. They preserve ancient versions of books like Isaiah, Psalms, and Deuteronomy long before medieval scribes touched them. Number 2, the Codex Sinaiticus and the Codex Vaticanus. These are some of the earliest full New Testament manuscripts, written in Greek in the 300s CE. They show us what Christian scripture actually looked like before later edits and additions. Or number 3, the Septuagint. This is the ancient Greek translation of the Hebrew scriptures used by early Christians, including the writers of the New Testament. When the apostles quote scripture, this is usually what they're quoting. So if you want the most accurate English translations, the ones that actually use the oldest manuscripts instead of medieval copies, you want to look into something like the New Revised Standard Version, the New American Standard Bible, or the English Standard Version. These translations draw from the earliest sources we currently have, and they're not perfect, nothing is perfect, but they're closer to the ancient world than the King James Version is. Knowledge is power, my friends, especially when it's older than the stories we're raised on. Ex Tenebris Lux.